guys, welcome back to the Leah Simone podcast. Leah Simone, Leah Simone. Welcome back to today's live. As you know, we are reading all the books of the Bible. And yesterday we started the book of Job. And so I don't want to keep making this intro super long, so you already know what the deal is. We're reading one of my favorite books of the Bible. We will go ahead and read the next 3 chapters, which are chapters 4, 5, and 6 of Job. We'll start off by reading the summary again, and then we'll read the 3 chapters, and then we'll read the summary again. And should be short again today. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started. I don't think there's anything else I need to say. You kind of already know what the game is, y'all. This is like, what, day 7? Already 6 books down. We're on our 7th book, so let's go ahead and go. So Job, the first of the poetical books, deals with the problem of suffering. God allows Satan to afflict Job, a prosperous and pious man, to test his faith. Job loses his children, his property, and his health. But in the end, he acknowledges God's wisdom and justice, and God restores him. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and read. We're starting from chapter 4, and then we'll read all the way through chapter 6. Okay? We scoot up. Okay, chapter 4. Then Eliphaz the Temanite answered and said, "If one attempts a word with you, will you become weary? But who can withhold himself from speaking? Surely you have instructed many, and you have strengthened weak hands. Your words have upheld him who was stumbling, and you have strengthened the feeble knees. But now it comes upon you, and you are weary. It touches you, and you are troubled. Is not your reverence your confidence, and the integrity of your ways your hope? Remember now whoever perished being innocent, or where were the upright ever cut off? Even as I have seen, those who plow iniquity and sow trouble reap the same. By the blast of God they perish, and by the breath of his anger they are consumed. The roaring of the lion, the voice of the fierce lion, and the teeth of the young lions are broken. The old lion perishes for lack of prey, and the cubs of the lioness are scattered. Now a word was secretly brought to me, and my ear received a whisper of it, in disquieting thoughts from the visions of the night. When deep sleep falls on men, fear came upon me in trembling, which made all of my bones shake. Then a spirit passed before my face. The hair on my body stood up. It stood still, but I could not discern its appearance. A form was before my eyes. There was silence. Then I heard a voice saying, "Can a mortal be more righteous than God? Can a man be more pure than his maker? If he puts no trust in his servants, if he charges his angels with error, how much more those who dwell in houses of clay, whose foundation in the dust, who are crushed before a moth? They are broken in pieces from morning till evening. They perish forever, with no one regarding. Does not their own excellence go away? They die even without wisdom." Chapter 5. Call out now. Is there anyone who will answer you? And to which of the holy ones will you turn? For wrath kills a foolish man, and envy slays a simple one. I have seen the foolish taking root, but suddenly I cursed his dwelling place. His sons are far from safety. They are crushed in the gate, and there is no deliverer. Because the hungry eat up his harvest, taking it even from the thorns, and the snare snatches their substance. For affliction does not come from the dust, nor does trouble spring from the ground. Yet man is born to trouble, and the sparks fly upward. But as for me, I would seek God, and to God I would commit my cause, who does great things and unsearchable, marvelous things without number. He gives rain on the earth and sends waters on the fields. He sets on high those who are lowly, and those who mourn are lifted to safety. He frustrates the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot carry out their plans. He catches the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the cunning comes quickly upon them. They meet with darkness in the daytime and grope at noontime as in the night. But he saves the needy from the sword, from the mouth of the mighty, and from their hand. So the poor have hope, and injustice shuts her mouth. Behold, happy is the man whom God corrects. Therefore do not despise the chastening of the Almighty, for he bruises, but he binds up. He wounds, but his hands make whole. He shall deliver you in 6 troubles. Yes, in 7 no evil shall touch you. In famine he shall redeem you from death, and in war from the power of the sword. You shall be hidden from the scourge of the tongue, and you shall not be afraid of destruction when it comes. You shall laugh at destruction and famine, and you shall not be afraid of the beast of the earth. For you shall have a covenant with the stones of the field, and the beast of the field shall be at peace with you. You shall know that your tent is in peace. You shall visit your dwelling and find nothing amiss. You shall also know that your descendants shall be many, and your offspring like the grass of the earth. You shall come to the grave at a full age, as a sheaf of grain ripens in its season. Behold, this we have searched out. It is true. Hear it and know for yourself. Chapter 6. Then Job answered and said, Oh, that my grief were fully weighed, and my calamity laid with it on the scales. For when it would be heavier than the sand of the sea. Therefore my words have been rash. For the arrows of the Almighty are within me. My spirit drinks in their poison. The terrors of God are arrayed against me. Does the wild donkey bray when it has grass, or does the ox low over its fodder? Can flavorless food be eaten without salt, or is there any taste in the white of an egg? My soul refuses to touch them. They are as loathsome food to me. Oh, that I might have my request, that God would grant me the thing that I long for, that it would please God to crush me, that he would loose his hand and cut me off. Then I would still have comfort, though in anguish I would exult. He will not spare, for I have not concealed the words of the Holy One. What strength do I have that I should hope? And what is my end that I should prolong my life? Is my strength the strength of stones, or is my flesh bronze? Is my help not within me, and is success driven from me? To him who is afflicted, kindness should be shown by his friend. Even though he forsakes the fear of the Almighty, my brothers have dealt deceitfully like a brook, like the streams of the brooks that pass away, which are dark because of the ice, and into which the snow vanishes. When it is warm, they cease to flow. When it is hot, they vanish from their place. The paths of their way turn aside. They go nowhere and perish the caravans of Timaluk. The travelers of Sheba hope for them. They are disappointed because they were confident. They come there and are confused. For now you are nothing. You see terror and are afraid. Did I ever say, bring something to me, or offer a bribe for me from your wealth? or deliver me from the enemy's hand, or redeem me from the hand of oppressors? Teach me, and I will hold my tongue. Cause me to understand wherein I have erred. How forceful are right words! But what does your arguing prove? Do you intend to rebuke my words and the speeches of a desperate one, which are as wind? Yes, you overwhelm the fatherless, and you undermine your friend. Now therefore be pleased to look at me, for I would never lie to your face. Yield, now let there be no injustice. Yes, concede my righteousness still stands. Is there injustice on my tongue? Cannot my taste discern the unsavory? Here's the summary, y'all. Job, the first of the poetical books, deals with the problem of suffering. God allows Satan to afflict Job, a prosperous and pious man, to test his faith. Job loses his children, his property, and his health. But in the end, he acknowledges God's wisdom and justice, and God restores him. All right, y'all, I knew that was pretty quick, but we read those 3 chapters fairly fast. If you don't already know, I started reading Job yesterday, so you can listen or read along with me. Job chapters 1 through 3. And be sure to check out the other books of the Bible that I've read so far. We've read 6 books so far. This is the 7th book that we're reading. And if you want to check out all my other YouTube videos, I have a lot of shorts videos that you could check out that are about like a minute or less long, as well as my long form content where, I'll do exercises, get ready with me's, or even speak on the Aaliyah Simone podcast in general. If you're looking for more videos on the Aaliyah Simone podcast, we will start season 4/season 5 late summer, early fall. I'm really excited to start sharing those topics with y'all and really discuss those things. But in the meantime, check out my live videos where I read the Bible and some other live videos that I have as well. Thank you again for tuning in. Be sure to check out tomorrow where we will read chapters 7 through 9. And thank you for coming on this journey with me.